Yeah, what up, YouTube? It's your boy, another Zod. Anyway, I'm sorry about the quality of this camera. It is my phone and shit I've been recording. I haven't really uploaded no videos in a second just due to the fact that I've been moving around a whole hell of a lot, you know? Every once in a while, you got these whole ass fools that like to call cops and shit. That's why I say, like, at the end of the day, you can't even trust family and shit. And I found that shit out the hard way, but whatever, that's besides the point and shit. As you can see, I'm in El Carrizo Park just for the simple fact that I did have issues with one cat in particular not that long ago, and I'm thinking he frequents the spot. Look, I'm just gonna say this: dude was a resident and told me he a Southside resident, so and that he really didn't worry about nothing else. So like right there on Paxton, on the freeway on ramp, motherfucker had to jump out on him and he broke that shit down like a sack of bricks, even after getting caught a bitch, and jumped in his car and bounced. It's two fools in the car. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what makes motherfuckers look like a hoe. If you jump out your car on me on the freeway and then you don't continue that smoked, like, I still remember all your tats and everything, so I ain't gonna put you out there, but I'm hoping we run into each other again. So this time don't turn around and run, you know what I'm saying? But that's besides the point. The shit that I wanted to talk about is, like, somebody had asked me, you know, the whole shit with, like, that shooting and all that shit, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna be honest. The reason I don't really pay too much attention to that, because at the end of the day, ain't nobody really gonna do nothing. It's like you'll hear it all the time. Same rhetoric, same fucking pump up, same I hate this, I hate that, but never nothing happens. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because back in the days, people used to say shit and their words stood. It's like, okay, yeah, you know, tit for tat, these fools did this, we're gonna do that. But at the end of the day, that shit is not gonna happen. And I could tell you for the simple fact, and this is no disrespect to none of the homies or the camaradas or Latinos or Hispanics in general, but at the end of the day, like, I've been noticing, like, more and more, instead of people actually approaching the problem and trying to figure out a way to address it, people get caught up in this back and forth conflict. I had homies yesterday, not even yesterday, but like for the past few weeks after that shooting, that's all you've been hearing them battle on shit that made absolutely no sense. It was just like, oh, well, this fool's not this or this fool's not that. They're all Latinos, but it's like, this fool's not Mexicano, this fool's Salvadoran, this fool's that. And at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I know I say that a lot at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, it's like, fuck. If you can't even get past those little differences, how you gonna change anything? At the end, I don't want to say at the end of the day again, but it's like, okay, you got these gavas, and I'm not saying against all, you know, whites. It's just you can't do that. You can't generalize everybody, and some people do that, but they tend to want to push the issue on dudes that have nothing to do with any of that. It's a trip, because people tell me all the time, like, oh yeah, you're with the skinheads. Like, well, are you fucking stupid? Did you like, if you pay attention to that Wesley dude, listen. He ain't even a skinhead, but what he says, dog, is we still don't fuck with each other regardless of the fact that they fuck with the homies from the S. We do not function with each other. And don't get me wrong, there has been some fools that try to be, you know, on a different page of shit, you know. I'm talking about shit that you wouldn't believe, but at the end of the day, it don't go like that. It's like we still don't fuck with each other. We still really don't have no love for each other, because at the end of the day, it's a black dude and it's a skinhead. So, you know what I mean? And when it cracks, we get what we can get. Trust me, it goes down every time when it's something between them and that double S. You know what I mean? And that's with anything. You know what I mean? So I can't really say nothing about that. But it's like I'm always hearing this shit. Like, won't you speak on this? Won't you speak on that? People still don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It's like, it can be 20 more shootings. This ain't no call to arms. This is just me saying that the reality of the fact is nobody's gonna do absolutely nothing, and that's the crazy part about it. It's like you used to see other races have so much subdivision, and then you'll see the homies like together, like real tight knit group. But that shit is no longer like that. It's so much disarray amongst the homies. It's like, it's just crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm in El Carrizo Park. Everybody know this is mostly Sanfest neighborhood. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's one of those, if you move in the right way, people don't trip off you. Like I got recognized so many times yesterday. Had the homie from Pomona, I forgot to watch his name, pulled up on me when I was just kicking it right there and was like, hey, Zah. That's why I tell people all the time, it don't matter who you are and where you at. You can always get caught sipping. And I've had my temperature checked this whole fucking month by dudes from 2Ps, dudes from this hood, just to see where I'm at with it, if I'm gonna be one of them little scary cats. But it's like I say, dog, my energy is fucking the same, and that shit is hot. Like, my shit runs so hot that it don't even take much to make me snap. But as a grown man, 40 years old, I can't be out there fucking tussling with everybody. But if a fool push up on me, I'm gonna push that line. But that's besides the point. Like I said, this video wasn't, it's not even a rant. It's just to be like, you know, for the people that really want to push that agenda, the one that's really like Latinos should unite, Latinos should do this, that we shouldn't be doing that. You got to put your money where your mouth is. You got to, it makes no sense if 1 minute you're saying this, but in the next minute you're disrespecting fools for something as frivolous as a few verses in this song. You had a fool, I ain't even put them out there, but they were arguing about fucking music. And I was just like, damn, just, you're trying to be the ambassador for Latinos. You're trying to be the ambassador for the movement, but yet everything you say makes absolutely no sense, a direct contradiction to what you're trying to produce. It's like if I'm trying to push for my gente, my people or whatever, but I turn around and do absolutely nothing for them, and everybody I do something with is somebody from another race, what does that say about me? You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody knows when it comes to that double S, like that's, I'm so solid with that side that it's just like I see really nothing beyond that. Doesn't mean I don't function with other fools and other races and other gangs, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, my choice is made, and it's that S, and it will always be that S. It has nothing to do with gangs, it has nothing to do with violence, because most fools that I have issue with now, it's just on some man-to-man shit, and I'm still waiting to get them up. You know what I'm saying? They can get up with me when they catch me in the wind. And I'm always around this valley. I'm always in Palmdale. I'm always in Lancaster. I'll be in Lost. I'll be everywhere. And that's no trying to make people do something or try to see if I'm like, this is no 6ix9ine shit. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm just real about my shit. I respect everybody until I'm disrespected. But I just find so much contradiction amongst these fools trying to be the new Nipsey Hussle. Or, look it, like I get it. You know what I mean? Nipsey Hussle was a fucking king and they knocked him down, and that just goes to show you anybody can get killed. But the shit I'm talking about is fools that are like homies and all this other shit and trying to be Nipsey Hussle, which you can't. You're not even moving in the right direction in order to get that, to make that dream come about. You're looking for clout. You're trying to be out here. You're trying to gain a little exposure. But at the end of the day, Vatos know that you ain't really with what you say. You'll turn around and cross your own just to get recognized. I see it all the time. You got fools that fucked with my channel so hard. Nothing changed. It's just that I couldn't really help them get to the place that they wanted to. So they turn their back low key, try to diss me. But on the low, they won't say that shit to my face because they already know what time it is. Like I'm still, regardless of anything, with that smoke when it go there. Other than that, I just do my thing. I'll be pushing. I'll be trying to, you know, just try to do my thing. But like I said, every once in a while, you got motherfuckers that just out of pocket. I'm just gonna say like this to the homies that's out there really trying to push that, you know what I mean? Like, you know, as far as that protect your gente and all that, it starts with you, dog. It starts that whole shit starts with you. You can't say that you want to protect your gente and you do absolutely nothing to protect them. Like everybody we see you with is with somebody else. It ain't with your gente. It's like you got one fool trying to make a positive change over here and you'll break him down because it don't align with your rhetoric, which makes no sense, which makes everything you say a direct contradiction of what you're saying you're trying to do. And that's all I see. So when people be like, oh yeah, you know, why ain't you're such a hard ass Southsider, like why ain't you doing this to these people? And because at the end of the day, you can't generalize anybody. You can't say all white people are racist or all white people are skinheads or all white people do this, because it's not all white people. It's a few fucking nutcases off their ticker that get used. Like it's like being in prison. You know what the fuck a crash test dummy is? And don't say it's me, because it's not. If that's the case, I would have still been in prison. It's the dudes that motherfuckers used to do anything because they're so stupid and trying to prove themselves that they'll do anything to be recognized. And there's a lot of them. And these same fools that are so-called Nazis and skinheads, these motherfuckers get used like puppets. Go do this, go do this. Now your ass in jail for the rest of your life. And that little event that you thought was going to make you famous never makes you famous, because you're only there for a few seconds unless somebody really mentions your name. Sorry, I ain't drunk enough water, but unless somebody mentions your name and shit, nobody remembers you. That shit is gone. And people don't understand. That's like Nipsey Hussle's a fucking king. But more and more, his name is starting to disappear. It ain't going to never disappear entirely, because it's going to be people keeping alive. People that really believed in his movement. People that really believe in his dream. And people that aspire to be exactly like him. Not exactly like him, but do things similar to his movement, you know what I mean, and try to really bridge these gaps. But these fools these charlatans and shit that be on here like really trying to be on that level, that's just a lie. You know it's a lie, and ain't nothing gonna change unless you change it yourself. You can't victimize your people and then turn around and try to be for them. It's plain and simple. Either you are or you not. That's the thing. If you're gangbanging and your sole intent is to knock down your enemies, then you're not for your people. Now, if you stop gangbanging, you move in a positive manner, and you're really trying to put people on and do all that, then people can respect it. But other than that, everything people say is just fucking tired rhetoric that everybody heard before. Start the revolution. That shit don't matter, because 9 out of 10 people are not going to do it, because people don't have that thrive to where these other fools, they strive off that shit. They see it as a war. Other fools see it as a joke. Oh yeah, it's just racism. Nah, that shit's real. So I'm just getting tired of people that be like, oh, you should do this. Nah, I ain't gonna do shit but sit back on my couch, and if you fuck with one of my family members or disrespect me in the wrong way, then I'll blow you the fuck down. Other than that, I don't care about it. Like, it's just, and not to say I don't care about people that lost their life, but I just don't care about the people that be like up in arms, like we need to do this, and because you ain't gonna do it. Because if you were, you would have been quiet and just did it. And on that note, I'm your boy Zod, and I'll be back at you.